Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
I am gasoline and matches. I turn everything to ashes. That's right.
51 Areas Talk Radio. Hosted by Dave Miller.
What's going on, guys? Another Friday night. Salute to you guys. Having a couple of brews and going over some of the crazy shit. I love crazy shit. I love UFOs. I love the whole paranormal thing. I've been investigating for a long time. And it's funner kind of to step back and kind of witness what other people see and do and all that. And you hear these wild stories. Such as Epstein Island or the Bohemian Grove. Anytime there seems to be like a private community, something gated off and the public isn't allowed there, it's always something really, really crazy that goes behind it. There's always some kind of really crazy story. So what is the Bohemian Grove? It's a private club in Northern California where a bunch of rich, elite individuals, males, it's a He-Man woman haters club, basically. But outside of that, there's been stories that people have come forward, paid sexual prostitutes, can I say that, have come forward and said that there's all kinds of weird stuff that goes on out there. So what is the Bohemian Grove? Let's have a look. Here's a video kind of describing what's going on there. I've got multiple videos to go through tonight. I'm just having fun tonight. Just go through some stuff. I've got Alex Jones. Then before he became crazy, Alex Jones was he was an investigative reporter into this weird background kind of life where people would basically, he would come out and investigate and do stuff. And then he got crazy with the gay frogs and school shootings and all that stuff. But 20 years ago, Alex Jones was credible. And he was the first person to ever actually infiltrate the Bohemian Grove. He snuck in with a hidden camera and actually filmed one of the rituals that they do there called the Cremation of Care, where all these dudes are dressed in black robes. It's so satanic looking. And I don't mean any disrespect to people that are involved in that kind of stuff, but you wouldn't expect that from people that are presidents and senators and people that are in charge of these massive corporations. But he went in. Alex Jones was the first guy that went in and exposed what's really going on there. So we'll get to that video in a minute, but I wanted to play this one here that kind of explains exactly what is going on out there. And then you're going to see for yourself this massive, crazy ritual with all of these executive elite individuals. So here's the first vid.
Bohemian Club is set up in San Francisco in 1872. And basically, this is a club for journalists, for people who are exploring and thinking about ideas, the cool kids, if you will. Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, Kissinger is in the club.
But the city is no place to forge fraternal bonds. That happens in a hidden forest in Northern California called Bohemian Grove.
I mean, I got to hit the pause button, and I'm sorry to do that, but the names that he just dropped, Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, the Bushes, senior and junior, these guys are all out and a part of this shit. It's crazy.
It's really like the ultimate sleepaway summer camp for rich and famous men. They sleep in tents, they drink heavily, and they also network.
Don't let the laughs and liquor fool you. Members gather at the Bohemian Grove to hatch plans that change history.
no less than the Manhattan Project was agreed upon here. J. Robert Oppenheimer first breaches the idea at Bohemian Grove. We can thank atomic weaponry and atomic power for what happens at Bohemian Grove.
Before getting down to business, the retreat kicks off with an odd ritual. This is when things get weird.
The retreat begins with an ornate ceremony called the Cremation of Care. The idea being that we are here to take the weight of power off of our shoulders. We're leaving behind the cares of the outer world.
A boat known as the Ferry of Care contains an effigy in the shape of a body known as the Body of Care, and it is
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. It's all good. Just hang in there.
water to these dark, mysterious, hooded figures.
This effigy is placed at the feet of this 40-foot owl structure that's covered in moss and leaves, and it is set afire. And so is immolated the cares of the world, and so is sealed a bond of privacy among members.
This 40-foot owl statue, this shrine, is so important to these men. They've actually come up with a name for it that has deep meaning for them. They call it the owl.
I gotta chime in here. It's actually called Moloch. It's called Moloch. This dude just like had the most huge intro for what they call this huge statue out there. And he said, they called it the motherfucking owl.
And apparently, the owl speaks with the voice of famed newsman Walter Cronkite. An owl that sounds like Walter Cronkite. Super weird. But that's how the rich and powerful get down.
I'm Walter Cronkite, and that's the way it is. The Bohemian Club is still active today, planning who knows what. Because remember, what happens in the Grove stays in the Grove.
What happens in the Grove stays in the Grove. What happens in the Grove stays in the Grove. That's just insane. Just to give you an idea of what is going on out there. But now I'm going to dive in to the Alex Jones. This is old. This is an old video. I've known about this place forever. It's one of the first things I really got into after Area 51. It was kind of like, weird stuff back in the day 20 years ago. Alex Jones came out in like 98, 99 with this video. He actually infiltrates what they're doing out there. I can't really explain it better than the video can, but it takes you into the town where it shows you it talks to some of the locals and how the locals are kind of like, they give you a little bit, but they don't want to talk about it too much. But Alex Jones was a badass. He was the guy that snuck in there and exposed this whole situation first. So here is the Alex Jones video. It's a full movie, and I took it and cut it down the best that I possibly could, just to get you to that point of explaining and showing the actual ritual called the Cremation of Care, where these rich elite individuals that go out there basically do a sacrificial ceremony where they are burning all care of everything, which is really, it's fucked up. No matter how you want to put it, no matter how you want to look at it, this is crazy shit. So here's the original infiltration video of Alex Jones sneaking into the Bohemian Grove and filming this whole shit. Check it out.
120 plus years in Northern California, in Sonoma County, on a 2,700 acre secluded redwood grove, leaders from around the world, prime ministers, chancellors, presidents, governors, again, the heads of industry, banking, academia, the media, Hollywood, only a select few, a little over 2,000 people, travel there to engage in bizarre ancient Canaanite, Luciferian, Babylon mystery religion ceremonies.
How you doing, sir? Okay. Camp Meeker? Yeah. Oh, I'm Alex Jones. I make documentaries. I'm just curious, what do you think about Bohemian Grove?
I used to work there.
You used to work there?
Yeah.
And now you work at Camp Meeker?
No, I don't work. Yeah, I live in Camp Meeker.
Oh, you live there?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Did you ever watch the Cremation of Care?
Yes.
And we were down the road, and we were stopped there because we were just having a cigarette, hanging out, taking a break, and some Secret Service men actually pulled up behind us and asked us what we were doing and why we were there. This is true. They were like, "What are you guys doing? Where are you at? Why are you parked here? What's going on?" And asked us a whole bunch of questions. What our names were, who we were affiliated with, where we lived, all kinds of stuff. Sort of interrogated us.
Did you answer their questions?
Totally.
I don't know. We always hear there's like big, fat, rich guys with prostitutes there.
Really?
Why is it that everybody from California always looks so fucking stoned? Tell me this dude is sober. There's no way. Look at how lit this guy is. But he knows.
Yeah.
What about the owl and the rituals?
I don't know anything about it.
Never heard about the rituals?
Rituals.
Ritual killing of a human, sacrifice of a human?
Nope. Never heard of it.
What would you think if that was going on?
I think it's pretty weird. Wouldn't be that surprised. I mean, it is our government after all.
Okay, so at this point in the video, Alex Jones has already infiltrated the Bohemian Grove. He's been there for hours, and they are having dinner right now, and they're getting ready to move themselves to where this ritual takes place. This is where it gets insane. You have to keep in your mind while you're watching this that presidents, senators, leaders of all massive companies in this country are taking part in this. It's insane. And future presidents.
Before the cremation of care, all the Bohemian Club members began a massive feast of revelry.
He's so pissed off at After the feast, cult members travel from the main dining area under the trees out to the eastern side of the lake, where they congregate and prepare themselves to properly thank their deity. Again, the 3,000-plus-year-old Moloch. At long last, here it is, the cremation of care unveiled. Remember, it was a hidden camera and at somewhat of an angle. Something particularly pleasing was happening for the Bohemian Grovers with whatever developed with that crowd of men in black and brown and the bound body on the back of the buggy. They drove behind big black tarps they had hanging out of the trees. There was lots of smacking on lips of and bizarre enjoyment by the crowd. We still haven't made out exactly what was going on, but that a real sacrifice may have actually been developing according to some occult experts.
The fucking music alone, it's like sad music from a cartoon almost, like Bugs Bunny just got shot.
All the time in the darkness across the small lake,
the men in black were doing something behind the dark curtains hanging from the redwood trees.
Can you imagine if Alex Jones would have just kept to this type of reporting, going out and exposing and doing really great work? Because this is great work. It's just good.
Then after about 10 more minutes of music, suddenly all around the owl, activity began. Here is the main central part of the ritual.
The owl is in his leafy temple. Let all within the grove be reverent before him. Lift up your heads, O ye trees, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting spires. For behold, here is Bohemian shrine, and holy are the pillars of this house. Weaving spiders, come not near. Hail, Bohemians, with the ripple of waters, song of birds, such music as inspires the sinking soul, do we invite you into midsummer's joy. The sky above is blue, sown with stars. The forest floor is heaped with fragrant drift. Evening's cool kiss is yours. The campfires glow. The birth of rosy fingered dawn. Shake off your sorrows with the city's dust and cast to the winds the cares of life. Let memory bring back the well-loved names of gallant friends who knew and loved this grove. Dear boon companions of the long ago.
They're in robes. They're like cloaked. You can't really see it so well because it's a hidden video that they've got in a backpack that he's got on his shoulder. That's why it's at an angle right now. But I mean, look at these people, man. These people on the stage are literally out of a horror movie. Could you imagine walking into this shit? Just like parking in the wrong spot and just walking into this? Would you stay? Could you stay? Fuck that, I'm out.
Let them join us in this ritual. Not a place be empty in our midst. O beauty's vassals, who hold in this gray autumn of the world her springtime in your heart, attend our tale. Gather, ye forest folk, and cast your spell over these mortals. Touch their world-blind eyes with fairy unction. Open their eyes of fancy. Blow all the memories of yesterday and seal the gates of sorrow. It is a dream, and yet not all a dream. Joel Kerr and all of his works are but a dream. As vanished Babylon and goodly Tyre, so shall they also vanish. But the wilding rose blows on the broken battlements of Tyre, and walks rend the stones of Babylon. For beauty is eternal, and we bow to beauty everlasting. For lasting happiness, return to one alone, and she surrounds you now. Great nature, refuge of the weary heart, and only balm for breasts that have been bruised. She hath cool hands for every favored brow, and gentlest silence for the troubled soul. The counsels are most wise. She healeth well, having such ministries as calm and sleep. She is ever faithful. Other friends may fail, but seek ye her in any quiet place, smiling she will rise and give to you her kiss. So must ye come as children.
I mean, it's starting innocently enough, right? And then they start talking about children. And watch how weird this shit gets.
Little children that believe nor ever doubt her beauty and her faith, nor deem her tenderness can change or die. Bohemians and priests, the desperate call of heavy hearts is answered. By the power of your fellowship, dull care is slain. His body.
Then they all cheer. Care has been slain. Care's done. No more care. And they all clap. They all clap. Okay, let's continue. What else can go wrong?
Has been brought yonder from the funeral pyre to the joyous pipings of a funeral march. Our funeral pyre awaits the corpse of care.
Okay, so at this point, there's a basically, it looks like a body, and they bring it across this man-made lake here. It goes across the lake, and they take it and they burn it. They're sacrificing care.
Here you have the boatman. His face is painted up like a skull, bringing the bound body across the water. Again, we'll have enhanced video of this later. And let's see if you can pick up all of the different occultic meanings in the speeches you're about to hear.
The shadowy
and I'm not gonna lie, the frogs are pretty fucking annoying.
tide, and all the ancient majesty of death. No arch enemy of beauty. Not for thee the tender tribute or the restful shame.
And again, the camera work is horrible because it's a hidden camera.
Shall have its will of thee, and all the winds make merry with thy dust. Bring fire!
You know, it's no wonder that black people think white people are crazy. I mean, this is some crazy shit.
When will ye learn that me ye cannot slay?
Year after year, ye burn me in this grove, lifting your puny shouts of triumph to the stars. But when again ye turn your faces to the marketplace, do ye not find me waiting as of old? Fools to dream ye conquer care.
Nay, thou mocking spirit, it is not all a dream. We know thou waitest for us. When this our sylvan holiday has ended, we shall meet thee and fight thee as of old, and some of us prevail against thee, and some thou shalt destroy. But this too we know. Year after year within this happy grove, our fellowship bans thee for a space. And thy malevolence which would pursue us here has lost its power under the...
It's like you're watching Lord of the Rings with a dash of Eyes Wide Shut. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What the fuck is going on here?
friendly trees. So shall we burn thee once again this night, and in the flames that eat thine effigy, we shall read the sign, Midsummer sets us free.
Ye shall burn me once again! Not with these flames, which hither ye have brought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
It's such a production that they've got pyrotechnics. Somebody is up in a tree, literally lighting that shit to shoot down towards the owl.
Wow. Great son of all mortal wisdom, Owl of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy counsel.
Why does the music got to be so weird, dude? I mean, it's already weird, but the music just, it's, God damn. God damn.
One flame alone must light this fire.
You know, it's getting worse.
One flame alone must light this fire.
So you get the point. You get the point. You get the point. This shit is not right. It's 100% not right. So who are some of the celebrities that have been out there over the years? This one really shocked me to find out that this guy had actually been out there. This guy had actually been out there and got in a fist fight with people, an individual out there, and he talks about it here on Rogan. I'll just let you figure out who it is.
Rabbit holes. So many 9/11 rabbit holes. So many, Bohemian Grove rabbit holes.
I went there
Skull and
once.
Bones.
I got kicked out.
Did you? You went to the
Kid Rock. Kid Rock has been to Bohemian Grove and he got booted.
Grove?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Why'd you get kicked out?
Fucking weird. Fucking weird. I punched a kid in the head.
You punched a kid in the head in
And-
Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, it turns out this fucking kid was an infiltrator. So then after that, I was kind of this hero. Like a year or two later, he'd come back. I was like, I'm not coming to your little fucking weird party out in the fucking woods. I was like, I went once. It ain't that cool.
So the infiltrator, what happened with you and the infiltrator?
We're sitting around this fire. You have these little, they're kind of like tree houses or campsites, but they're really nice. Everyone has a private chef. Got like,
Really?
Yeah, you do share a room. Me and Jimmy John shared a room. That was fun.
Jimmy John subs. Jimmy John subs, dude. He's another member of this place. He's a So let's get this. Kid Rock is bunking with Jimmy John's from fucking Jimmy John subs at the Bohemian Grove. Sounds legit.
And I can't remember kids talking around this fire, and he just started popping that shit, and I just fucking went at him.
Oh.
Gave him a couple, helped him up. It's like, hey, we good? Well, I think, we weren't on great terms, but I think we had an understanding. It was just, one of those things. And then I couldn't go to the concert that night. I think Zach Brown or somebody was playing, like, you can't come.
My
And I had to
God.
sit home like I was in fucking timeout or something. I'm like, fuck this place.
Meanwhile, you're Kid Rock and you're getting left alone by these people with some fucking crazy person, and you defend yourself.
Fucking weird.
There's going to be a certain percentage of people that are just out of their fucking minds, and if you haven't vetted them, that's on you. Don't kick them out.
For all I remember, it could have been drunk shit or whatever. It wasn't the end of the world. It was a little tussle and a little hit the ground, maybe a punch here and there. It was like, then it was done. It wasn't like,
But it was a fight.
I guess
You're just a nice guy. You didn't beat him to death.
It was a tussle.
So Kid Rock goes to the Bohemian Grove with Jimmy John's from Jimmy John's subs and gets in a fight with some kid that infiltrates the place. And now he's a hero years later because they find out that the kid that he beat up wasn't legit. So they invite him back and he says, fuck off. Today's people, man, today's kids are really brave. The internet has made a lot of brave people. The next video and the last video is probably the best way to put this. There's a YouTuber and his name is Dancer. This guy goes and infiltrates Bohemian Grove. There's nothing going on at the time that he does it, but he goes out there, he gets in through security, and he exposes the whole place. He literally goes through, finds the owl. We're going to watch the vids. These are my favorite ones up to this point. The guy goes in, he infiltrates the grove and exposes these guys, shows shit, and then he gets clout and he gets invited onto the Joe Rogan Experience. He's on there, he's doing his shit, talking and getting his his ego pump. What does he do at that point? He goes back. He goes back to the Bohemian Grove twice. He infiltrates and goes past security. If you don't know about this place, there's thousands and thousands of cameras, motion sensors. It's the Area 51 for the elite. But in this case, there's really nothing going on. It's the middle of winter, and he gets in a kayak and he uses a frying pan to basically row himself across the river to get to this location. This kid has balls of steel because on the second trip through, he actually this is breaking and entering. He's filming himself as he's doing it, and he's going into this location and goes into drawers and starts pulling out photos of the members and reading their names. So if you ever had a target on your back, if you ever thought you had a target on your back, it ain't nothing like this kid. This kid is he's gonna get some time out of this. I'm telling you, things aren't looking good. His name is Dancer. Here's his YouTube video of infiltrating the Bohemian Grove. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Grove. It's like a secret cult deep in the redwoods where they host super private meetings. Presidents have been here, super powerful people with tons of money. The plan is to infiltrate the site and see what's going on. I want to see the owl statue. We'll see if we can get in. The sun is about to set. I don't really feel comfortable doing this if it's not dark. I think that was not easy. This will be like the last time I use my flashlight until we actually get to the owl. There's a road over there, and there's actually a Bohemian Grove guest house thing, like right over there. The game plan is go over this mountain. Don't use the road, because that's exactly where they would expect me if I do trigger any sensors or cameras or anything. So go the super rough way over and down. And right now I have to deal with this big cliff with the kayak. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go. Made it down somehow. Kayak's in the water. I need to keep my voice down. Fuck, my kayak's getting away from me. Okay, now to get in this thing without falling in the water. Right, I'm in the kayak. I managed to only get my hand wet. Let's disembark my trusty cast iron. Fuck, I'm not gonna do it. These are just all tables. It's like where they eat.
I mean, if he's caught, he gets no trespassing. He gets trespassed. He goes to jail for the night. Nerves still got to be, dude. I flew a drone over a private property once and got sued for a whole lot of fucking money. This kid here, balls of steel. Balls of steel. Inside the Grove.
Josh Peck.
By the way, Josh Peck, you're fucking fired.
Wow.
He's just showing you just how big this operation is. Look at all the plates, dude. YouTube really makes people brave. I mean, it really does. It does. This kid has infiltrated the Bohemian Grove and he's showing you everything. The kitchen, dude. Look at this place.
Damn. They got a lot of people to feed in here. Okay. I think I've done enough exploring. I need to find that fucking owl.
That's his mission. He wants to find Moloch, the sacrificial owl where the altar is. That's what he's here to see on this trip.
Ooh, that smells.
Listen, when I was younger, I worked one of my first jobs. It was in Vegas. I worked in a casino in the food industry, and the fucking kitchen of a massive major casino wasn't this big. It wasn't this big.
No errands or gloves in the
He just said no errands allowed.
restaurant.
No errands allowed.
Oh, this is aprons, not errands.
That's better.
So this is apparently the reservoir. It's like super, super low. Where the fuck is the owl statue? Is that it? Oh my.
This dude is in the middle of the forest with mass security all over the place. Look at his fucking flashlight. Look at that. He's lighting up the whole forest and he still gives zero shits.
God, that's it. Is that actually it? Yeah, there's like no water in this. Yeah, here's where you see all the pictures online. And that's the owl statue. Holy fuck.
Dude, the whole forest is illuminated. What is the security company that... Who's in charge of security for the Bohemian Grove? There's one kid in the middle of the fucking forest lighting it completely up with a torch spotlight. That ain't a flashlight. That's a fucking spotlight. And he got away.
Dude, I'm actually here. This is insane. No way. Bohemian Grove. I made it. I actually made it.
Selfie time.
Bohemian Grove, bitches. I'm here.
He said, I'm at the Bohemian Grove, bitches. No cares, no nothing. He's got a spotlight in the middle of the forest that you could see for miles. Miles.
I'm doing it. And if I shine this light for any longer, I might get fucked. Yeah. This is the owl statue. What the fuck? No way. This is fucking cool. Oh, that's hollow. They need to fill this pond up.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. I guess I live in a rural area. I live in the Uinta Basin, famous for skinwalker ranches and blind frog ranches and all kinds of idiotic behavior. To see somebody actually lighting up a whole mountainside with a flashlight or a torch or a spotlight, whatever this guy's got for a light, is insane to me, because I can see from one mountain to the other if you've got a light. That dude, whoever was working security at the time, he was having a good nap.
They do. Yeah, that's the owl. A bunch of ferns have grown on it. Well, this is what I wanted to see. Oh, no way. You can go like behind the owl. I got some outlets.
So that's the end of the first video. After that, he goes on the Joe Rogan Experience. He gets all this clout. People are loving on him, calling him crazy, because he's really messing with some seriously powerful stuff. As an individual, as myself, that I did some similar stuff to some of you that are close with me, understand that whole insanity that I went through with lawsuits for exposing things out. I didn't really think much about going back, even though I did. I didn't think much about it. But this dude comes up with a whole different plan. He comes out and he goes back. And this time, going back, the second time of breaking into the Bohemian Grove, he comes back, and this time it's more in depth. Now he's literally breaking into the cabins of the private members that have photographs that show members back into the 80s. All this insane shit. He does this. I just can't believe how this dude's got balls this big. How could he get over a fence to get into the Bohemian Grove? But he did. Check this part out. For the second time.
Just got dropped off. I'm here at the entrance of Bohemian Grove, and we're gonna do this thing. So I'm out here again. I'm pretty close to the entrance of Bohemian Grove. We're gonna be trying to infiltrate the site. This is Bohemian Grove infiltration.
By the way, if you want to check out his full-length video, which is, I think, like 2 hours plus long, the user's name is Dancer. Dancer as in the reindeer, on YouTube. It's step by step, the whole process that he went through to infiltrate and all that stuff. These are just clips that I got here to shorten it up. Check it out. Dancer.
Or two. Yeah, this should be fun. I was on the Joe Rogan podcast a few weeks ago, and Joe Rogan 2078. Yeah, he called me a loon. He called me a crazy person for using a cast iron pan. You know, it was the only paddle that I had available at the time. This was a last minute mission that I wanted to do. Yeah, I didn't have a paddle, so it was the only paddle-like thing I had on me. So I had to use what I had to do what I had to do. I think the cast iron worked pretty well, but this time we're not going to be going across the river because there's been a lot of rain in the last few weeks, and that would be a really stupid idea because the water is rushing super fast. So we're going to be trying to go by foot. We're going to be probably army crawling around security, around the security booth. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. That car is a little sus. Here is the entrance of the grove right here. Bohemian Avenue and Railroad Avenue. There's probably cameras this way. There's got to be cameras. Those are pretty big floodlights.
Okay, because I have the power, I'm going to go ahead and flip it a little bit forward. At this point, he's infiltrated Bohemian Grove and broken in to probably the first cabin. He's literally showing photos of the members and people who have been there, and he starts reading their names out. Holy shit, kid. Balls of steel.
That looks like a really old picture. 1927.
There's names. Camp Hideaway. That's the name of this individual camp. I can tell you what, every person in that picture you're looking at probably knows somebody that could kill you. There's no doubt. Could you imagine how much money is in that photo right there? Look at the names. Read them off. I'm not saying their names. Shit. I'm not that silly. I messed with the realtor once and got sued.
Hideaway membership. Wow. There's that Camp Hideaway book. The Last Man Who Knew Everything. Bohemian Club library notes.
Okay, look, I'm not condoning this, and I'm not saying it's a good idea. But get out there and do some exploring. Okay, we'll click it forward a little bit because he's kind of hung up on digging and shit. Here he's broken into another cabin.
The San Francisco Chronicle. July 27th, 2023. It's pretty recent.
What makes people, I mean, yeah, I want to know too. You know what I mean? I want to know too. But the consequences, that's the worst part of all of this. Is this kid is going to face some serious consequences for this. They're going to track him down and he's going to catch some charges. There's no way saying this kid is going to do all this, exposing this shit, showing people's names, the groups that they're involved in, and just not catch any charges. He's going to catch charges. You talk about the cremation of care. You know what I mean? That was the initial shit that we watched where they do their stuff. It's called the cremation of care. And this kid's got zero care of what he's doing. So it's kind of coming back on them tenfold, wouldn't you say? Look at their toilet bowls look just like yours. No matter how much money they got, they still sit on the same type of bowl.
Damn, that's locked up. Got some appliances. Looks pretty nice in there. So they do lock a lot of their shit up. Lots of owls. It's like fucking 30 owls on that shelf. There's a grill. Weird artwork. The great gray owl. Yo, what the fuck? It's like an ornament. It's kind of funny.
I would have had to have taken the flask. I would have put the flask in my pocket and took that shit home. I'm not lying.
Got some Red Bulls.
Red Bulls and Viagra. That is the secret recipe for politicians.
Oh, wow. No way. Oh, that's sick. Oh, why isn't it working anymore? Not sure. (2022) matches.
Fast going deeper. What could be empowering this kid to want to get this much clout? I am just blown away that this kid is storming. You know, you heard about the let's storm Area 51 and all that. This kid's storming some shit that's just, I'm telling you, the people behind this club are just as powerful as the people behind Area 51. These people are the people behind Area 51 and organizations and in groups. There is nothing stronger than rich people. Yeah, I don't mean like in strength. I'm talking legalities and the shit that's going to come with this video being leaked out. Well, it's not leaked out. This kid put this out and is gloating that he infiltrated the Grove and is showing you things that you could possibly never see with your own eyes, because in the government's eyes and the people that belong to this club, you're simply not worthy. That's the truth. Clicking forward.
Okay, I took this trail all the way up here, and then yeah, heard this noise, looked at the map, realized that it was the reservoir, and now I'm going down to the owl statue because it's literally just right down here.
To all the urban explorer people that I got on my page, this kid's kind of setting the pace, man.
This is a nice cabin. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't mind staying here. They definitely got that bougie toilet paper.
Bougie.
Yeah, this is like a new cabin, so they don't got any don't really got any papers in here. Oh, 2023 encampment. Moro camp members. There's a bunch of people. The captain, Jordan Schneitzer, Bob Alsvog.
If you want to know who these people are, go to Google. Google their names. You'll find out just how powerful these people are.
Executive Officer of KPMG International, 2002 to 2006. Included member firms in 150 countries and more than 100,000 employees. Bob joined KPMG in the Denver office in 1969, was elected partner in 78. Prior positions included managing partner of the San Francisco office. He grew up in Portland, where he still resides, 4 children. The CEO and president of Schneitzer Properties. I don't know, just a bunch of like weird rich guys. And probably have done some sketchy shit, but who knows? Apparently this guy's 7'6". He doesn't look 7'6". Who knows? That's kind of weird to put your height in your biography, but if he's 7'6", I guess that makes sense. Sir.
Clicking forward.
No way. There's a light on in here. It's locked though. The fuck? I mean, you can kind of see what's in there. I can actually... Huh. Well, that sucks. Yeah, this is like, you can actually go inside the owl. Oh shit. I mean, it's definitely just as hollow as the last time I was here. And there's a lot more water in this reservoir. There's been a ton of rain. Yeah, you can see the light coming from the inside of the owl.
This kid, balls of steel. Balls of steel. Bohemian Grove infiltrated twice. Could you imagine if this was Area 51? We should challenge Dancer to go to Area 51 and get in there and show us what's going on there, because he got in here with no issues. Not once, not just once, but twice. Holy shit, kid. All right. So what happens? What happens if you confront a member of the Skull and Bones and Bohemian Grove? This is David Gergen. This guy served as a presidential advisor under Richard Nixon, Ford, Reagan, and Clinton. What? He's a member of the Bohemian Grove. Here's Alex Jones confronting him and telling him, I'm the guy that busted your ass. Unbelievable.
I read a Washington Times article many years ago where you had a comment about the organization, and then now it's been in the Wall Street Journal, it's been in a lot of different newspapers, and that's the Bohemian Grove. And back in, 1996, when you joined as a Clinton advisor, the Republicans were criticizing you, oh, what about Bohemian Grove? And then you countered them by saying, hey, I don't run around in the woods naked. What did that mean? Here is the before-mentioned Washington Times article where he said, I didn't run around naked like they do.
I don't know what quote you're referring to. I'm not aware of any quote like that. Listen, I am a happy member of the Bohemian Grove. I like the folks who come there, and it's really inappropriate for me to talk about the group beyond that. Thank you.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
Really?
That's right.
Well, I'm Alex Jones, and I snuck in there in 2000. I'm the guy that blew it wide open and got the video, and it's been on national TV.
Well, I disrespect you for that.
You do?
I do.
But it's a lot of big public officials going in there. Don't we deserve to know?
I don't know anything about you, and I don't know anything about your film. But if you go in there with an understanding, you violated that understanding by releasing that film, and I don't respect you for that.
Really? But we have public officials there.
I'm sorry, you took an understanding when you went in there that you would not do that film. And did you have an understanding when you went in there?
No.
Did you crash it?
Yes.
Yeah, and it has no trespassing signs there too, doesn't it?
No, they put them up after.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just walked in.
I'm sorry, sir. I've been there before. I know what the circumstances are, and I'm sorry you violated the understandings. That was not a gentlemanly thing to do.
But what about the ritual? Is the ritual genuinely?
Sir, everything. I don't owe you this comment.
I know. I appreciate it.
This is what's called ambush journalism, and I disrespect you for that as well. So thank you and goodbye.
Have you ever been in the ritual?
That's none of your damn business.
Oh,
that's right. Listen.
He turned around like he's ready to fight. The big white dude with the comb overs fixing to fuck Alex Jones up. Let's be real.
You go around and make understandings with people and violate them. You ambush people on the streets, and that's inappropriate form of journalism. If you wish to practice that, that's fine, but don't ask others to respect you for it. If you want to, you can do. You're free American, like anything you want. If you want to be uncivil and rude and ungentlemanly, that's up to you. But don't expect the rest
you
of
guys
us
are
to
setting
say, "Oh well,
policy in
you're
there,
one."
Mr. Gergen.
I'm sorry, nobody sets policy in there. We try to be gentlemen, and obviously, you don't belong there.
Weaving spiders coming out here. Yeah, that is a 3-pointer. Woo!
Alex Jones, dude. Alex Jones, just with, like I said, 3-pointer. That is a presidential advisor under Nixon, under Ford, under Clinton. That dude right there has got some pull. And confronted with, are you a member of the Bohemian Grove? He got all pissy. You saw it. You heard it. You see him with his big ass long thing. His finger was like 2 of my shit. He's like, yo, you don't be coming in my face. Don't be coming around here asking me questions. He was pissed. He's pissed. Secret societies, Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, Epstein Island, which is in 2 weeks, doing Epstein Island in 2 weeks. Man, what do you say about these people? They get so much money and so much power that they go off into the forest and do these ritualistic sacrificial ceremonies, which it sounds crazy to say it, but you just saw the video. You saw it. You saw the ceremony. You saw the ritual. You see what they're doing. These are your leaders, man. These are presidents, future presidents, people in power of massive corporations. It's alarming, but like I say, I've known about this for 25 years now, almost. We know what's going on. We know it's not right. We know it's not cool. They don't care. They don't care what we vibe and what we think is right or what we think is wrong. We don't matter. We don't matter as just regular folk. It's what they do and how they operate. It's our government's fucked, man. It's not normal. This shit isn't normal. And when you go to school, they tell you that America's #1 and we're the best country, and they program us for all this stupid shit. But the more that you look into this stuff and the more that you see the truth in these weird groups, you kind of learn that they are. You surprised that they lied to us? I'm not surprised at all that they lied to us. We're not the best at anything. The what we're best at is deceiving people. Deception. #1.